I've spent $60,125 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 214 days. And I'm going to be spending a little bit more tonight. I'm trying to play as an efficient whale, but people say money can't buy happiness, but it can buy packs in the game, and it makes me really happy. So let's get happy tonight, shall we? I'm going to make myself happy, and I'm going to make you happy by watching me spend that money. But if you can't afford to spend this kind of money on your own, please don't, because it's not worth it if you can't afford it. It's, look in the comments. I'll give you a little warning. This is a business expense for me. I'm doing it for a little fun. I have the disposable income to spend the money, and it's a business expense. If you don't get yourself in trouble. Just watch my channel and have fun watching me instead. That's a safer way to do it. So let's get into that. But before we do that, I want to talk about, we do have Alliance Mobilization tonight. Let's take a quick look at the event schedule. We have a Frosty Fortune coming up. We got fishing going on right now. We got all the standard stuff going on. And we got, the matchmaking phase coming up. So nothing super crazy. We do have to watch out for Officer Project tonight. I need to get some points on this. And I'm going to do this with Essence Stones again. So I'll be triggering a pop-up pack for that, I think, because that's how that's going to go. I do have Alliance Mobilization queued up. I was able to see a 50K gem spending one, so I grabbed that quickly. And while I'm in here, I'll clear some of these out so the rest of the folks can... Oh, I might actually do some of these other ones. So I'll leave some of the other ones. Oh, another 50K. You know what? I'm going to do that right now. I don't have time to wait, just in case somebody else grabs it. Let's see. Let me grab this one while I'm here, and then we'll get back to the regular scheduled program. 100 of those. 50K. There we go. Grab that one quick and snatch this other one before it's gone. All right. Now we can continue as we were. There's actually a couple nice ones in there, and this one I should refresh as well while I'm in here. All right, so a couple other things though. I want to talk about War Academy yet again. Number one, I don't want to... Oh, let me grab this quick. Sorry, getting distracted by shiny objects tonight. Red dots. I want to talk about War Academy again because there's something that was coming up in the in our Alliance chat, and I think I've heard it in the Discord before. There's a recommendation, I think I've heard, that for low spend players, they will convert steel to fire crystal shards. I personally wouldn't recommend that unless you're like, you got so much steel banked that you can do everything you want already. Maybe then it makes sense, but to me, it just doesn't make sense. I know these are both things that are hard for free-to-play players get. So the argument I've heard is that low spend and free play people need to use the steel to get the fire crystal shards, but man, I mean, you need so much steel. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, I know fire crystals are hard to get also, but steel, you need so much of it, and you only get a little trickle of it. And at least the fire crystals you do get from, you get a trickle of fire crystals as well. I guess it's debatable because you both get them from the game, but I just would not recommend it because it seems like fire crystals are a lot easier to get. Let me put it this way too. Especially if you're low spend, if you're getting the weekly fire crystal card, for example, you're going to get some decent amount of fire crystals, but there's no like weekly steel card or anything. Like steel, there's other opportunities to buy it, but you got to actually spend significant to get it. You do get it from the daily exploration collection as well, but not in like huge quantities. It does accumulate over time, but I don't know. I just wouldn't recommend it. I do want to hear from you in the comments though. If you're one of those people who advocate for it and say it makes sense in a certain context, please help us understand the context or come to my Discord. But if you just put the comments in the video here, a lot of other people will benefit from it if you think there's a valid reason. I have heard one thing that makes a pseudo sense to me. Some people said once you have 15 million steel in the bank and you're ready to go for your Helios push, then you can start converting fire crystal shards. That makes a little more sense to me because if that's your whole goal, and then you get up to the steel that you need and then start doing the fire crystal shards, and then you just only don't ever go past that. All right, now because you're constantly accumulating steel and you can convert it to fire crystal shards. In that context, that can make sense to me. But any other context than that, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. So if you think there's a special thing I'm missing, please tell me in the comments so I can learn and other people can learn and we can debate it in the comments. Or again, come to the Discord and have a conversation with us there. But let me grab my daily 2000, which will convert to 2600 there. I did stop doing much here. I did one more little level here just because I wanted to get the Tundra album piece, and that's all I did for that. Oh, there we go. I knew I was missing something there. So that's all I did for War Academy, and I'm going to let this sit, I think, at this point because I just don't want to waste too much for SVS points. So I'm just going to let that sit, and I have enough for my push, I believe, for the big first part of the push I need. I am going to have to buy some more steel as well, but I think I'll have an opportunity to do that next week. So I think we'll be good there. So other than that, let's, what else do we have? Let me just do a quick scan. Yeah, I think what we need to do next is to take a look at the standard, well, I got to make sure I do Alliance Mobilization. So we do have a pop-up pack that came up. Now, Craftsman Treasure. And as far as I can tell, as far as the other calculators and the calculations I've done, even though this isn't as high value as you will get as you get more advanced into the state, I think this will even go up to 30 and then more of the Lucky Hero Gear chests. This is actually a pretty good value in the game. It rivals, it's not as good as something like Journey of Light, of course, or Treasure Hunter, but it's right up there. It's like if Treasure Hunter was something like 300 and something % value, this was like 250% value, something like that. So it's right up there as far as value goes, and it's definitely one of the better values in the game for Lucky Hero Gear chests. And it comes somewhat regularly, so it's a way to get it on the regular. Let's take a look though at let's make sure we're doing stuff with Alliance Mobilization so I don't get off track with the spending. So Alliance Mobilization, we picked up another gem. Oh, let me clear that out quick, or else it'll bother me. There we go. Yeah, got to clear that out quick. So let's go buy some more gems or pet stuff. Here we go. Another 100 here. All right, and then we'll go to the Alliance Mobilization. We'll grab our mobilization pack. Clear that out. Get all my extra attempts. And now we can get into the spending. So I'll grab this. The reason I do that, it's the highest amount of points if I'm going to do some spending. So that's why I want to do it with those special ones up there. And yeah, I'll grab that one later if nobody else grabs it. All right, so let's get into the spending plan tonight. So the first thing I know that I'm going to want to do is to grab this Craftsman Treasure at the Lucky Hero Gear, for the Lucky Hero Gear, just for Hero Gear, basically. So the thing is, this is one of those progressive ones. So I got to kind of watch the amount. I'll go up to 50, which will be 85. I'm basically buying this because it's really good value. Now I need 7,500 more. So now I'll flip over to here, and now Artisan's Trove. So I'm gonna buy this one out tonight as well, but the reason is because I have some goals that I want to do for this next SVS push, and also charms are even more charms are unlocking sooner than I thought, and also charms are the best value per dollar as far as power per dollar. Let me say this very specifically. Every time I say it, people kind of like question me on it. It's the highest power per dollar that's permanent power that doesn't track with the hero. So widgets are technically, I think, even more powerful, but they age out with the hero. The next in line is actually charms. So if you're going to spend something that gives you permanent power, charms is pretty much at the top of that list. So you can get it in quantity in only so many ways. So you're going to have to spend a little bit inefficiently every now and then. Artisan's Trove is not inefficient compared to like the regular shop, but it's like the base level entry. It's the entry that all other entries are judged upon. So it's the best value you can get that's not the regular shop essentially. And it's there consistently. But because I need it in such quantity, there's only so many ways to get it. I'm going to do it this way. And the reason I'm picking Exquisite tonight is because I am behind on my charm guides. Because as you go up that tree, you need more. There's a little ebb and flow, and there's a crossover point, and I'm past that crossover point. I actually need more charm guides than designs, and I have more designs than I have charm guides. So between those two things together, that's the reason I'm doing it this way. So we'll grab it here, and now we need another 5,000, and I'll grab it this. All right, and that's my 50,000 top off, so we'll come back into the Alliance Mobilization, clear that one out, and then we'll grab another 100. All right, come back over here. Now, at this point, do I want to... Well, yeah, I will keep going with the Artisan's Trove, but we have the Craftsman Treasure as well that I want to get for the 100, so we'll grab that one next. And clear that. Now we'll grab another 100. And come back here and work the rest of, well, maybe not the rest of it just yet, but work a little bit more of this. All right. Now I need 15,000 more on that one. So let's grab the daily deals. So now I need 12,000 more. Hey, all right. Got a little luck on that one. Nice. Make these claims here. So the only thing I have left to do here is the Artisan's Trove for charms. All right. And the only other things I have to spend, well, if we go into the deal section, there's nothing here to spend on tonight. So just make this claim. Just clear this out. Sign an earn it claim. Come on. Deadshot claim. Nothing else to do there. Bank is still cooking. All right. So that's all we got there. And then fishing tournament, we just got some, I'll continue to work this, but I don't need to buy anymore because I believe I'll be able to clear what I need for the fishing island decorations with what I've already bought. So I just buy it up to the $20 and I'm good. So I'll just make sure I get my daily missions and then I'll make sure that I get my 50,000 points at least, and then I'm good for fishing. So that's all we're doing for fishing. So what else are we going to spend on? Well, we got the Tundra album and we've got the island decorations. So, and we've got the rest of the Artisan's Trove, but that's the last one to do there is the $100. So I guess what that leaves me with is let's do the island decorations first. I think. So clear that out while I'm in here. What we need to do here, I've got 200 of these things, and depends on what I want, but I do want to get all these components here. And it turns out, just because the way they got the math set up, I'm probably going to have to, I either got to wait or I got to spend a little more than I want to. Like I can spend a little more and then just, or I can wait till it resets, basically. But essentially, it's like for me, the better value is to buy these at the lower levels first, because that's where I get more VIP points. So, and then I just wait for it to reset next time and I can get more. And then I'll, do it that way. But there is something I can do tonight anyways. I can grab this. All right, now I only need 2,000 more, so I better not do anything more here. But I'm going to grab 2 of those so I can get to the 1,000, and then I can grab another one for the 1,000, and then I'll be at the point I need. So let's see. We need to do another 2,500, and I think there's no place else I can do that other than the regular shop maybe right now. Let's see, because if I go into the Tundra albums, I think even here I did the $5 already. So, oh no, I didn't do the $5. So I'll grab a $5 here. And there we go. So that's the $5 pack for the Tundra album. Let's see what happens there. Hey, all right. I finally got a puzzle to complete. All right. Well, that's 1 of 9. 1 of 9 done. All right. Let's come back to Lion's Mobilization. And we're going to grab another Hundy. And we're going to make sure we finish buying out the Artisan's Trove, so I don't forget about that. Now we're at the point where I can go back to this one and kind of balance it out a little bit. So I'll get 400 more over here than there. And yeah, I can go to the 50-50 as well, but I'm just going to grab this. This one's usually the better deal because the charm designs are harder to get. But we'll do this one now and just kind of balance things out. And now if we look at where we're at, we're pretty close, So I'm looking pretty good for the next push, and I'll be able to buy some additional charm stuff before the next SVS, and we'll be good to go for charms, for the charms push that I want to do as part of that SVS. All right. So, and that's the whole reason I did that spending tonight is, and the previous charm stuff I did, is because there's only so many ways to get charms in bulk, and this is one of the ways, the Artisan's Trove. It's not the best value in the game, but it's a decent value. It's certainly better than getting it from the regular shop. All right. Now the question is, how much more do I want to spend tonight? And I don't know. The answer is as little as possible. However, there is some things I wanted to do. And I've already spent too much, but maybe I'll spread it out. I think that's what I'll do, because essentially what I want to do here is I want to come back in here, and I want to grab another of the $20 one, and then the $50 one, so that I can buy the Celestial, what's it called? Celestial Journey. I want to buy this one for 2,000. And then I might have to wait on the Ghoul Tree. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just spend a little bit more to get it. But I think the way the numbers are going to work out for me, they're going to work against me. So I might as well kind of wait till the next reset and buy like 500 worth or something. So I can go like 400 and 100, for example, and get 500 worth. And then I can get 2 components. Maybe do it that way, because I won't be able to buy a 100. So either that, or I have to buy another, 1,000, and then I'll just have it and let it sit in the tank, maybe something like that. But it's more efficient for me to buy at these lower levels, basically, is what that comes down to. So, because of the VIP points. So maybe I can do that, but I don't need to do that tonight. So this is the problem. I do want to do it, but I don't necessarily need to do it tonight. I've already spent a bunch of money tonight, and I'm trying to spread it out. Alliance Mobilization goes, a couple days. So we got 3 more days of Alliance Mobilization. And if I keep, spending like that, I'm going to, waste it all in one day. So I don't want to do that. So now we'll grab, I think I'll just grab this 30,000 gems. At least it's not 50, but they're hard to come by sometimes. So I'll just grab some more common wild marks. And so this is the 60. Clear that one. And then I'll just keep on working that as we go. I don't like clearing these in case we have people who do want to do some spending with them. But I don't know who does in the Alliance and who doesn't, so it's always hard. And I know a lot of people don't like spending gems, so I usually refresh these ones and hope they get the better ones. Yeah, now, the other thing, I do have... all right, so I'm recording now, and I got to take what I can get. I wish there was a better one, but I do have this Essence Stone one, so I guess I'll just grab this. It's not a lot, but, it's something. At least it's not being wasted. So let's go into, let me just clear these out. Let's go into one of the heroes. And actually, let's do the backpack first. So we did all that spending. Just do a little quick mental check mark here. We did all the spending on, we got the regular shop. Yeah, we cleared out the Artisan's Trove. Mix and match is all done. The pet chest we still have some time on. Yeah, we did all that. We did all the deal section, did fishing. All right, we're good to go. So let's check out the backpack. Now I'm going to work it right to left. Put these in the bank first. And the reason I do this is because some of these give you things that you have to open up next. So might as well just do them right to left. And then when you get to the other ones, you can open them up next. All right. 859. I'm going to do them all at once. I know some of you hate that. This should give me about 9, roughly. That's all I'm guaranteed to get is 9. Not even 9, 8.6. But 8.59. But more than likely, I'll get at least 9 from it. If I get anything more than 9, if I get, say, like, 12 or something like that, then I've had pretty good luck. Anything higher than 9 is better than average luck. So here we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, not bad at all. I will take it. All right, let's see. And now we'll just come over to the resources and put all these in the bank as well. Can I get lucky? Nope. It's very hard to get lucky on that one. All right. And if we take a look at let's clear the red dots, if possible. Why are the red dots there staying? Like, it's irrelevant. You got to actually click them. Is that the first time I'm noticing that? All right, here's what things are looking like. Speed ups are looking pretty good for the push that I have planned for SVS. Resources are looking pretty good. Steel is looking lighter than I want it to do the push that I want with the research after the Helios troops, but it's close enough where I think I'll be fine with the opportunity to buy some more steel. So we're looking pretty good there as well. So that's what we got going on there. Now let's take a look at the hero gear. And the question is, what do I want to do outside of SVS to get enough points? I'm not going to do the math right now. Maybe I'll just do, I think probably any of these. All right, let's do a little math. Let's take a look. So if we go into the officer project, my goal is to get, 310,000 points. So basically one stone is 6,000 points. So if we do a little calculator, 310,000 divided by 6,000, as I need to use 52 stones. That's all. So 52 stones is all I need. So basically the minimal, the better. Let's come in here. And just because of arena, let's see, what do I want to do? There's always the challenge between arena and maxing out the primary gear. I really kind of want to max out the primary gear first because we will have an SVS coming up. So I guess what I'll do is give Alonzo, maybe, marksman, a little bit more. We got these both at 16. Could work. Well, if I continue to work on Geronimo, yeah. What I want to do is use I want to be in the. Here's my criteria. I want to be in the primary march, and I want to use the least number of stones possible. So that basically puts me over here, and it is what it is. We'll forge this up a little bit. It'll be the minimum amount that I can do. Yep. Krebs, come on, quick select. All right. And then that'll trigger a pop-up pack. And that I can grab tomorrow, which means I got to make sure I record on time tomorrow because I recorded a little early tonight and I need to make sure I grab that for Alliance Mobilization tomorrow. I may grab that after hours if I have nothing else to do and I happen to get another, the opportunity to spend. Like this one's only the 12,500, but if I get another opportunity to spend $100, then I'll grab it that way. But otherwise, I'll just save it for tomorrow because I'm trying to spread this spend out a little bit. So, all right. And where does that put and I'm not going to do Cave of Monsters and Charm Mine on camera because I haven't pushed any of it. I'm waiting for SVS. So all I can do is like basically just run a ratio, and I'm not going to do it now, but I'm just doing my basic claim here. All I can do is run the ratio and hope for the best and see what happens. It's just going to be luck based, and I doubt it's going to actually do anything because I'm already pretty much maxed out on those. All right, what else do we have to do? I don't know if there's anything else to do. We got the War Academy. I didn't show heroes, but there's not a lot going on with heroes. I'm just slowly like grinding up the levels. We did unlock Ronnie. And I'm still working on Kathy, which I don't feel like buying extra Frontier Treks just to run her down. So I could if I wanted to. Here we go. Look at the Frontier Treks. I got it queued up for Kathy. But, I'll just have to run her organically on the main Treks, basically. Unless it goes to the next time, and then I'll, get an opportunity to buy more of the Frontier Treks. Actually, there is one more thing. If you look at, not here, the, where are they? The Endless Wayfarer, towards the end of this, you do get some more Frontier supplies. So once I run down to the end of this, then I'll be able to also get some more Frontier supplies and run her down that way if I have to. But that's all. And we'll see how that goes. But, essentially in the meantime, I'm just running some skills training to get that all ready to go. And I don't have to worry about this until after SVS anyways, so I'm just trying to put some in the bank towards that. And I'll do the same with Valeria, trying to get everything ready to go for the next SVS. So got this one maxed out as far as skill experience, and the other ones are just there waiting for the opportunity, because during SVS there's an opportunity to run expert speed ups anyways. All right, clear this out quick. Let's see, I think that's all we got for tonight. So let's take a look at VIP, and I think we're done as much as what I can do for tonight. But there is one more thing I do want to mention about the Unshielded Show podcast, so make sure to stick around for that. So let's take a look at what we're looking at here. All right. Yeah, I got them all in the bank. So we're getting there. We're getting there. It's a little more way until 1 million. But once I get to 1 million, I'll do some more spins. There's where we're sitting right now. 82, waiting to do some more spins, but I want to do them once I get to 1 million again, because that way you get some more significant progress. Sorry. So that's what I'm waiting for there. There is something I want to say quickly about the podcast, though. I'm getting excited about this. I do need to take the time to actually promo it a little bit more, but I'm starting to get some submissions. They're actually very interesting stories. I can't wait to start interviewing these people and start doing it. If you have a story of your own, make sure all you got to do is come to unshieldedshow.com. The link's in the video description as well. Come to unshieldedshow.com. Submit your story there. It's a simple and fast to do. But if you have a story, I don't care if it's a good inspirational story. Yeah, of course we want to hear those. But if you have a toxic story or something, if you're in the middle of some drama right now and feeling stressed about it, come on the show and have a conversation with me about it. Because at the end of the day, I want to try to make every outcome some form of positive inspiration. And if you're struggling through something right now, it's got to be game related, right? I'm not a professional therapist. I just want to tell the stories, explore the stories of the human aspect of the social aspect of this game, the very real people behind the game here. That's what I want to do. Is I want to see stories. I want to hear stories from real people who are playing the game and are going through some stuff. And I want to hear the inspirational stories as well. Don't get me wrong. I want to hear those as well. Those are awesome. I love hearing them. But I want to hear the hard stories too, about things that happen in your alliance, betrayals of trust, toxic players, bullying, and toxic alliances, tyrants, whatever. I want to hear it all. A player who went rogue because he got upset about something. I want to hear it all, and we'll try to find a way to have some positive outcome from it. So even you telling your story can have a positive outcome, because whatever you learned may help other people avoid the problems that you had, or people from the community, I'm sure once they hear these stories, will come together and try to help you in some way. And whether that's moral support, reaching out and being a friend, or offering you to transfer to their state, or offering you some advice that'll help you, we're going to try to find some kind of positive inspiration and positive outcome as part of this podcast. That's my whole angle here, is I don't just want to tell the stories, but I also want to try to always have a positive flip that we can tell with the story. So whether it's an inspirational story itself, or we bring in some experts to give you some advice, or we have somebody who had a hard situation and how we can learn to flip that around, or learn what to do and what strategies worked and didn't, all good content for the show. So make sure, if you're interested in any way, shape, or form, please drop me a story. It's not hard at all. It's super quick. So that's all the content I have for today. There's one more thing I need to ask, and that's if you like to see this journey, if you like my vibe here, the way I'm kind of, you're watching over my shoulder and spending some time with me every day, and seeing how my evolution of the spending goes, and my evolution in the game goes, my evolution as a player, there's only a couple things you need to do to support me. You just gotta like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.